We just ran a big piece last night from my colleague Prem Thakur talking to insiders at CBS News who make the point that some of the stuff that Bari Weiss ran at the Free Press wouldn't even meet CBS editorial standards. They would get fired at CBS for running that stuff. CBS News it's not perfect. I have many criticisms of CBS News, like you do of all mainstream media, but they just ran a very good investigation last week, Piers, about how Israel bombed the flotilla in Tunisia, even denying it was them. But they spoke to US intelligence and showed that actually Netanyahu signed off on a drone strike on the flotilla. Is that the kind of story that Bari Weiss would publish under her reign at CBS News? She is a self-described, Zionist fanatic, right? The idea that a quote-unquote neutral media organization is led by someone who has a long history of being a pro-Israel ideologue, who has a history of trying to censor Palestinian voices when she was at university, who just ran a piece saying the starvation in Gaza is fake. It's not true. Nobody's starving in Gaza. That level of editorial standards, that level of bias being brought to 60 Minutes, to CBS, it's really worrying. And you and I, you do a show called Piers Uncensored. I think there'll be a lot more censorship of Palestinian voices than there already is now at CBS News with her in charge. David Ellison, the guy who's hired her, the son of Larry Ellison. Again, the Ellison family is very, very pro-Israel. Larry Ellison is the biggest single private donor to the Israeli military, to Friends of IDF. They've made very clear what their biases are. They've made very clear why they're hiring her. They've made very clear why they're buying TikTok. Because as you said in the introduction, Piers, public opinion is turning against Israel. So these folks are doubling down on messaging, doubling down on trying to control what we see and hear online and on TV. So it's very worrying for those of us who believe in free speech.